Well,
But I want to see Jolah debate Mouth the Infidel.
On the firefighter thing, it doesn't even matter like morally what we should do. I mean, if you volunteer to dive into burning buildings, as a job, you might want to get paid, or we might want to pay them. But just when it comes to supply and demand of like the labor force and how many people actually want to be firefighters, if we don't like subsidize firefighters to some extent, like give them a UBI or not UBI, but like if we say if you're a firefighter, you get an X amount of money given from the state. That they do tax breaks already, but a big issue right now is recruiting younger firefighters. So the average age of
Yeah,
firefighters in Pennsylvania is like 45, and they're all freaking old and they're all dying and stuff. So like we are gonna have a crisis in a few years where we don't have enough firefighters, and at that point we're gonna have to pay some people if we run out.
yeah, we're at like a crisis peak. It's really weird.
It's awesome. I love Crisis. So fun.
I like the remastered Crisis.
Like the game Crisis.
Yeah. Um,
Joel, I'm gonna be copying your intro pretty soon. I got a track that I got, and now I'm gonna put like some of my funniest takes on there, and
oh wow. And we were just talking about Rocket League, and then here we go.
Wait, Spencer, I just put my stream on because I play Rocket League at night and like 5 people watch. And this person
I
donated
noticed
money.
You're
crazy,
I noticed
Spencer.
that your
Thank you.
viewership drops. I noticed that your viewership drops like immediately when you play video games.
Yeah, that's with everybody.
I got
It's
a
the
super clickbaity title today.
Yeah, I was expecting to see Alex Jones and Caitlin Bennett duking
Alex
it out.
Jones versus Caitlin Bennett. Yeah,
That's awesome. What should I debate Mouth the Infidel on?
Legitimately anything. I've yet to see any good takes that Mouth the Infidel has.
I don't even know if we disagree on anything, like other than the extra socialist sauce that he has on his Destiny takes. I'm not sure if we actually have any disagreements, but yeah, I don't know.
I posted some stuff about the Kink at Pride stuff on Facebook, and oh my goodness, dude, like just had so many people freaking out about it. Like, oh my
I had one panel. I hosted my first panel recently. Like I hosted my first panel as the trans person that's out. And
nice.
it was on that topic because I felt like, like, hey, like, LGBT people should be chiming in on this. And then afterwards I made a tweet because there's another streamer that made just in my opinion, took away the exact opposite take and was like, we need to be teaching young children about we need to destroy family values and teach young children about kink and sexuality and and BDSM and all this other stuff. And I made like a tweet. I was just like, hot take, like if you're like 3 to 11 and in school, like at that age, I barely knew my bus route. Like I don't think you should be teaching them BDSM.
Comrade Royer. People who subscribe to defund the police, I think they need to take a more holistic understanding to how the entire country works and how policing works in general. Most of our policing solutions, other than in places like New York, defund the police was made for like New York. It wasn't made to be used across the entire country. Places like New York, you should be divesting from their funding and giving it to other programs. That does make sense. But you need to demand a more holistic understanding of how policing works and how if you want to fix policing, you'd have to spend a lot of money. So that's usually what you have to go back to. It's usually emotion driven. Defund the police is good for like protesting and all that stuff. What's up, Pat? Haven't seen you in a while on the stream. But like a lot of the police training wouldn't, refund the police, huh? Crazy.
Expose kids to more nudity at younger ages, desexualize lots of body parts, and make this stuff just normalized within society so that we can lessen the amounts of trauma for a lot of people. And so when this conversation starts, that's kind of the position a lot of people go into it with is, well, it's okay to have.
Yeah, but police funding doesn't work like nationally. So like New York is a different story from Boston, I guess you can, or like Philadelphia. It's all city politics. It doesn't function at the state level unless if you're talking state police. But the defund the police stuff is all going to be very specific. It's going to be focused in very certain areas. So like, it's going to take a lot of broad action across the country. There can be, although like the president can't like wave a magic wand and direct unilateral change with policing, they can use their power to create like, what would it be called? Like committees and stuff like that. That'd be like responsible for getting a plan for the entire country. Like, oh, we need to fix policing in America. A president can do that. I mean, they can't individually like change cities and their codes, but they can definitely serve as a leader. And Biden is not doing that, from what I've seen at least.
We can't pretend that that's already happened.
Yeah.
Debate idea, Tom. Like, how much kink is too much kink for kids in school?
I'm in this Discord. They're talking about some wild stuff right now. Mental health and addiction resources. I think a lot of focus for like gun control should be given to mental health. Reducing gun violence. Use that as a reason to fund more Medicaid programs or like expand Medicaid to cover like therapy, stuff like that. Grants that get more people involved in doing therapy, like social workers and all that stuff. You want to drive up demand for it, so social workers can get paid more and all that stuff. That should be a big focus in general. That's why I don't like the assault weapons ban. They bring up 3 things when they talk about guns. The Biden admin does. They bring up assault weapons ban. They bring up background checks expanded and mental health checks, right? Something like that. Maybe they might bring up closing the gun show loophole, stuff like that. I think it should be expand background checks, expand mental health checks, expand mental health services, and stuff like that. I want them to talk about that when talking about gun control.
Like Israel Palestine, people could still be friends with, but
Where
apparently,
would funding come from to create these committees? I don't know. I mean, it's not that much money to form a government agency. There's already people working, doing this stuff. You just have to organize it, and you just create a national incentive, or not incentive, but like direction. It shouldn't cost anything for that. If you're talking about like giving, for example, there's like in some places for cops, they have like independent community boards or whatever. You ever see those? Chicago has one. It's an independent entity that handles things like body cam tapes and all that stuff after a police shooting. I forget exactly what they're called, but if you want to fund those, you can actually have like national legislation to fund that. But as far as a president, like Biden right now can come out today and say, we are going to make standards across the country for what we think policing should be. We want to push really hard on this issue. If he really wanted to, he could do that, but he can't like change anything unilaterally.
Kinky in public. Like, what's the problem? Like, it's like, I don't know that pride is for kink. Like, is it? Like, is that part of pride?
well, the
Nope.
thing is that
I'm not saying. What do you mean? Committees are. They don't like. Medicare for All was drafted within a committee. Like this stuff is tested in committees. I don't know what you mean, unless if you have a different view of what a committee is than I do. But like I don't know, the President's Board of Police Reform. I don't know. What like has Biden set out national standards for what he wants to do to policing? Or how to improve policing? Should we be funding police more? Like, I don't know. I see a bunch of different jurisdictions trying different things. I see a couple different cities trying out social workers for certain calls and all that stuff. But if you want to do something like expand mental health care across the entire country, state budgets don't work like that. You can't just spend money, so you're going to need Congress to do something. And to get Congress to do something, you have to pound in some really popular stuff, which is why I don't think they should be pounding in the assault weapons ban, because that's not popular. It just isn't.
the LGBTQ organization that organizes it and such. So it's actually been very sanitized recently.
I know Biden's not in favor of defunding the police. Don't worry. My favorite part of the primary, by the way, is when Republicans got mad at Biden. They would, on one hand, criticize Biden for like the crime bill and funding the police, and then on the other hand, say that Biden is going to defund the police. So Republican voters were both they were mad at Biden for both wanting to fund and defund the police. Somehow they made that make sense in their heads. I don't. Biden wants to fund and defund the police. What a crazy Marxist. It's really funny.
This
I-
discourse.
It doesn't
Joel, I
want
think
on a
Joel is on
screen.
Twitch.
Oh, I'm on everywhere right now. I was muted for a second.
Oh.
People are asking me about guns.
Okay, I didn't know if you're
Uh,
trying. I know a lot of people who are like anti this conversation whatsoever and just don't
The
want
King of
to.
Pride stuff.
Yeah.
I was gonna be on Hans's panel actually, but I backed out of it because I am straight and white, and I didn't. I don't know. I
Well,
had
I
a really
mean,
long
that's-
day, and not that I would not be prepared for that, but if I'm gonna be talking about an issue like that, I want to be very on. I want to be very pointed with what I'm saying, and I had a really tiring day that day, so I backed out of it. I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to deliver a good take here.
Yeah, I think like having the hetero perspective is good, but you don't normally do like social issues, right?
Not really, and usually it's because I'm not good at arguing about it. Like if I had to talk to somebody about, like, for example, trans women participating in high school sports, I don't know enough about the arguments for that. I usually just say I don't want the government involved in policing any of this stuff. I'd rather decisions be made by like private entities, and like you are right. I stay away from social issues like that. Even like abortion, I try to stay away from it because I'm working with these issues in the framework of like state politics. So when it comes to like the kink and pride stuff, how like the movement has how pride has changed from being like a very like radical, like we need to really express ourselves thing, to more of like a community like a more of a branding thing, I guess. I don't know if that would be incorrect, but like the public approval for like trans people in like Pennsylvania right now, if we had a bunch of
Yeah,
like the people on
if it wasn't
Twitter.
for the sanity of a lot of our state lawmakers, I would effectively be illegal in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and I was thinking about it like the King of Pride stuff. If you're literally saying like, and I know this is a minority opinion, it was just on Twitter. But if you're saying like we literally need people running around in literal like gimp suits and stuff like that, that hurting the public opinion for what people view for like trans people can actually affect state politics. To like take it just
Right.
enough to one side where it's like, okay, now our lawmakers are gonna have the political capital necessary to like ban trans people going to certain bathrooms. Although I agree that you need to keep like expression in it, you can't give up all of that. There's also like levels to it. You can't be too against the grain when you want to be passing legislation, and we want to make sure no civil rights are taken away. And sadly, straight white people are dumb, and their opinions are easily swayed by stuff like that. So like that's
Well,
how I was looking
And
at
that's
it.
kind of where I got into the fight on Twitter was freaking Mike from PA was like
never trust Mike
this
from
he's like,
Florida.
this whole conversation is so
Yeah.
stupid. Like we should care about optics. And I was like, wait, like what do you mean like we should care about optics? Of course you should
He
freaking
says that
care
all
about
the time,
optics.
by the way.
Like yeah, I know, and it's really stupid. Like it's like a common narrative is that like LGBTQ people are pedophiles and stuff like this. And if you're like, yes, we all should be doing these like pedophilic acts at Pride, then like yes, you like the narrative matters, the optics matter. Like it's very important that you don't push this freaking stupid narrative right now.
Here's
And
here's the thing. When it comes to Mike's takes on politics, especially state level politics, I trust a Ouija board more than I trust Mike. Not only because was his mother one of the worst state representatives that we have had in the history of this state, he himself has shown that like he fundamentally doesn't understand what our state even needed. Like I remember one of his debates where he was talking about how we don't need property rate tax cuts, and it's like we absolutely do, especially in urban areas where they're getting way out of hand. Like I don't know.
Well, I got into it with a bunch of Mike Simps, and they
Yeah, I
they
feel
were
like
all. Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like mostly because I canvassed locally for more social issues. So like I was doing canvassing for the caucus ballot to get to ban no-knock warrants and to remove solitary confinement, which it sucked because in the group that I was in, it was like 120 people said that they were going to all meet up at Station Square, and they were like, "Yeah, like we'll be there and we'll meet up." And it was like in the end, it was just 15 of us that showed up. I feel like legislatively though, Jolah would probably have more about that to say with regards to like Mike's takes on politics at the state level and fundamentally how they're all wrong. Because Mike, he only cares about optics until it comes to promoting himself, and then all the optics mask is off.
Oh yeah, he wants to make money.
Yeah.
Whenever he talks about local politics, it's so people think he knows about local politics. He's not talking about it to inform people. He's talking about it to be like an authority. Like, oh, I know about this because I'm involved in real politics. Like that's why he brings it up. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I know about
does
this
that with
because
everything
my
all the
mother was
time.
on the alcohol commission.
Well, I mean, he also ran for.
Barely.
Yeah,
Not very
Wasn't he a
well.
Republican too?
No.
he voted for Romney in 2012.
Wait, I thought he ran as
Wait,
a
he
Republican.
did? Wait. He voted for Romney. Is
Yeah.
that real? That can't be real.
No, if you Google
He
it,
ran
Lev,
as a Republican.
no,
No,
he ran as a Democrat
No,
because
the Democrats couldn't find a
the-
candidate, right?
Yeah, I thought he ran as a Democrat.
yeah, he
Okay.
ran as a Democrat.
Nobody would run,
But
so
He
they're like,
looked
please,
like a
Mike, run.
Republican.
Yeah, he was a Republican up until that election.
I'm
Yeah.
saying
So-
when he ran, he looked like a Republican. So
Oh yeah, I mean he was still fresh out of being a Republican. Like he was still, like the reason why he ran mostly was just to replace Simmons, the guy who took his mom's spot, because his mom wanted to establish a political dynasty, and that's like a
And
little bit of PA state politic history.
And the person doing PR work for him said that he was an actual bar passed attorney, which he wasn't.
I mean, he himself heavily implied it because his original website
Yeah.
was all his original website was like,
Like,
I've worked with many firms in preparing things, and it's like,
Mhm.
yeah, you could
like he
technically
dropped
get
that. He never himself said it. It was his PR person who said it, but he himself dropped a whole bunch of references that basically would have led you to believe that he was a bar certified attorney.
well, he still
So,
says
that's some
things
bullshit.
like, "I'm essentially a lawyer," or "I'm
He's-
practically a lawyer," or
he's-
he weasels his way around.
He's
like
not
saying
even
that he's a
which is
lawyer.
funny
Weasel.
because he's not even a paralegal.
Mm.
And a paralegal is more
He's
is
nothing.
more close to a lawyer than Mike is.
Tom, I have a
Than
fan
a
of yours on
Mike
my
from
chat.
PA.
Yeah.
Somebody
Who's that?
said tomfoolery for president 2024. Their name is
nice.
Red Army Sapper.
Oh, I don't know Red Army.
You disavow.
No, I don't.
No janky names.
I don't do the freaking comrades. No comrades here.
It's good
That's
to make
the
money,
that's
though.
the motto.
That's what you got to call people if you want to make money.
Yeah,
Thank you,
apparently.
comrade.
I guess Heil Hitler then.
Yo, not that.
Oh shit! Don't say that. I'm streaming, dude.
Oh, my bad.
I'm gonna get
I mean,
banned
I'm
from
not on
YouTube now.
Twitch. But
I was
Sounds
about to
like-
say if you're
Holy
on Twitch,
crap,
like,
dude.
maybe, but
I was like, Twitch isn't
Scrub the
enough.
VOD,
Time to
scrub
get
the
banned from
VOD.
YouTube.
Well, I
don't
mean,
know
you guys
this
said like
guy.
I'm just like okay, like let's go full on freaking.
I don't know this tomfoolery person. He's
For
been following me
president.
around, harassing me.
Whoa, okay, I'm so that. Oh, no, I still can't stop laughing. Oh my god.
That one's
But
going in the
I don't
intro.
know. Well, I've got it recorded now. That's sticking around forever. So, uh, so Tom, you were talking about like poor handling of the dialogue around um, kink at Pride. Did you get a chance to take a look at all at any of the stuff from yesterday's panel?
I didn't. So, like, I purposely, if I'm going to review something on stream, I make sure I don't watch it whatsoever. Like, if other people are even talking about something I know I'm going to review on stream, I turn it off immediately. Like, I don't want to be
Mm,
influenced on my takes or what I'm going to think about it. Like even like people like book smarts who do like rhetoric and crap like that, I don't watch any of their crap because like people who are anywhere close to like the same genre as me or close to me politically, I will not watch their stuff at all because like I don't want to be influenced by like their
mhm.
takes. I want to have
Yeah,
original takes.
I
Yeah, because
went.
I was curious to get your position on whether or not you felt that dialogue was overly more responsible than what you've been hearing or less. So I'm not going to say my opinion. Obviously, I was on the panel, but
Mhm.
I
I
think
just sat back and vaped. So
post panel there were some interesting discussions. I'm definitely interested to hear your take on this, considering what you've already said about everybody else's dialogue around this and their
yeah,
rhetoric.
Well,
as I was gonna say,
I
once I
watched Hans's panel on it, and I honestly like I turned it off once they got to the second topic because the second topic was, well, should we have just like two separate events at Pride, one for like adult content and one for the family? And everybody agreed. And as soon as they all agreed, I'm like, well, that's literally all that matters. Like I don't give a crap if people go to Pride with gimp suits as long as it's separate from all the kids and like the family events and stuff like that. Then like yeah, it's cool at that point. Who cares? So like that was it for me. Like that was the end of the discussion for me. Like I'm like all right, like I don't even know what the point in watching this anymore is if they all agree on that part.
yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
as moderator, I tried to stay out of it as much as possible. At rewatching it, at some points, I stayed out of it too much when I should have called on people. Then again, it's my first time like hosting something like that.
Well, letting it flow is really good. So like I don't
Yeah.
know if you watched it Hans's and he came on here afterwards for like criticism on his moderation style and like how he structured the panel and everything. And that was like my main criticism is that he made it to where nobody could talk until he called on them. And I just feel like open discussion is always going to be best, though I don't know that he actually I don't know if he had that option because Riley was so heated before it even started.
Ooh,
Like
she
just in
was.
her intro, I was like and you can ask the audience, man. Just in her intro, she was like all she said was, "Oh, okay." And I immediately paused it. I'm like, "Oh my goodness. She's got the freaking attitude on already. This is not going to go well for Riley. Like she's about to go hard in the paint." And she did. She was
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I've been wanting to like it's hard to get to people on Twitch now because in order to talk to them a lot of times, like I have to get them to get off of Twitch in order to have a conversation with them. And I really want to like I've gone over a number of her debates recently and I really want to talk to her because like her she ruins her debates so quickly, so often just from her attitude and like the way that she goes into stuff like I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
don't follow her because her style is really rubs me the wrong way. It's just very um, very quickly early on in the discussion, I have deemed you uh unworthy of my time, and so I'm
Mhm.
going to burn the entire conversation to the ground.
Yep.
And so that's what I don't like about her style and
Well,
why I don't follow her. It would be nice
look,
if she got some more feedback on that because she kind of needs to. I think it's healthy also for a person to be able to recognize that problem and take a step back, because I don't think she realizes how much she gets emotionally invested in the situation and burns or
Mhm.
sabotages the conversation.
Well,
Hey,
she recently had a conversation with Destiny about how she like gets too emotional about criticism and how it's really hard for her to take criticism, especially when there's so many bad actors criticizing her. Um, but I've specifically decided to move away from panels and just do like debate coaching now. And one of the things that I always tell people who want like stuff before the debate is I tell them like you want to decide what your goal is in this debate. Like, so there's three things that you should always go into to a debate figuring out ahead of time. One is who is it you're wanting, or what is your goal? Like, are you wanting to convince somebody? Um, it are you wanting to just like dunk on people? Are you wanting to just look like you won? Like, what is your goal? What is the rhetoric that you're trying to use? Um, and then two, who is it that you're trying to do this with? So like say like you're trying to win, are you trying to win in the eyes of the audience? Are you trying to win in the eyes of like streamers abroad? Are you trying to win in the eyes of your opponent? Or if you're trying to convince people, are you trying to convince the audience? Are you trying to convince the person that you're debating with? And then three, um the you need to know why it is that this hasn't already happened. um like if you think like, you know, well, I need to convince these people of my position. Well, ask yourself why this specific audience, or the audience of the person that you're debating, that you're trying to convince, why is it they don't already believe this? Do they not have enough information? Are they ideologically driven? Because if it's ideological, that's totally going to change your approach completely versus like, oh, I just don't think they have all the facts. And so, or I don't think they've been like exposed to this sort of information before or these sorts of arguments before. Like all of that's completely going to change how it is that you're going to go into these debates and
Mm.
what sort of rhetoric you're going to use in those debates. And when I review a debate, normally I try to figure out like pretty early what each person is like, what their goal is, what is it that they're trying to do in this debate. Um, normally, like the generic, you know, goal is I just want to get the best information out there and look like I know what I'm talking about. And um, that
Well,
at least that's like my view, not really knowing what their goal is. That's just looking at it from it as an outsider. Normally, that's how I feel most people are.
real quick, I was gonna ask
yeah,
Jola, what are you doing tomorrow around like 10
Uh, like PM, AM time zone,
p.m.
Eastern,
EST?
PM.
Yeah, EST.
I'm probably gonna watch that Vosh, or not watch, but listen to the Vosh and Crystal and Kyle thing on stream and just like react to it for easy
Don't you have to
content, you know.
pay for it?
No, not the audio only version. You have to pay for the video version, but the audio only
Yeah.
version is all free for everybody.
Yeah, the
Oh,
audio
okay.
only is
I
on
think
like
I'm gonna do
the
that too.
podcast stuff. I was gonna say I want to get you on my channel sometime, and we could talk like local level politics, especially here, because I knew that you were generally around here, but I didn't know that like you were a fellow Keystoner.
Yeah, I'll probably be around. Just DM me on Discord.
All right, I'm supposed to debate somebody tomorrow on puberty blockers for kids, but I'm pretty sure this dude's a troll. So
Oh, ask yourself those 3 questions before you go in.
hey,
yeah,
Tom.
Yes.
I was going to suggest for you, if you want to talk to more of these streamers, you should probably work out some kind of an ecosystem to sort of lure them over onto your platform, not their
Well,
platform.
that was panels, right?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I was making a lot of I was networking with bigger streamers becoming friends with people really easily by becoming like the panel guy that will not only like give them content, but also be the guy that they think like, oh, he knows all of the other streamers as well. Like he's in touch with everybody as well.
Just to show you how
And
like
the
shit
last
of
panel that I
how,
did
new I am to it.
had
I
Dr.
entered playing
Heemdow,
Return to Ravnica,
it
and I
had
would jump in and jump out of it.
Jolah, it had Connor Points, it had Tiberius. I worked really hard on that freaking panel, and I averaged 3.5 viewers concurrent the entire
Oof.
time, and that was just depressing. And I can't do that again. Like
Uh,
that's just I've done
yeah.
that was the second panel that I've done on YouTube. The first one was a hit, did really well, but it had Voldemort on there, freaking out at everybody
No one
the
cares about
entire time.
nuance on the
So
online.
Yeah.
They're
Speaking of which, there's a upcoming debate I'm interested in seeing.
I averaged like I think 39 for that entire stream, including like the interview with Voldemort and Dylan afterwards. And so like that one had like a lot of outside factors to make it successful, whereas like I can't replicate that. And so on YouTube it's just not working out. Like it just doesn't I
You,
don't
you
have
know,
those options anymore.
you know what the solution is, right? We
that?
get you back on Twitch with a different name, and you come back as a VTuber.
Well, I mean, look, I everybody
Tim
has
Furry, the
suggested
VTuber.
that. Yeah. I I've I want my audience. I want to be me, you know?
Yeah,
I don't want to
it's
be somebody else. And to
uh,
come back as somebody else.
Wait, universal healthcare, and I mean, that would never happen. I don't think that's even possible. I don't. Um, I think tying healthcare, gun training, and all that stuff together can be useful rhetorically and also for like policy reasons if you want to get like gun control or like minor gun regulations more popular. I think that can be a good thing to focus on. But especially in like rural America, we have issues keeping rural hospitals around because they don't make as much money here. So like
In the first month and a half of being on Twitch, I had already engaged with Destiny 3 times and had both him and Vosh on my panels, right? Like there are people who've been on Twitch for years and never engaged with them at all or get to talk to them at all, or you know, I hit affiliate within 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I I had 500 followers in 2 months. Like it was growing at such a fast rate to where like I can't replicate that. And
I
that's
just
just too
recently hit
depressing.
affiliate. I'm proud of that.
Nice. No, it is like it for me. It was like a very proud moment. And like I remember I was on Prime's panel with a bunch of other streamers. And when I got the notice, I got the email and I was like, "Yo, dude, I just hit affiliate, sweet." And everybody's like, "Cool." And then they just kept like moved. It was like whatever.
oh, you said ownership too. No, not ownership, but if you want gun training, I think you should be able to get it.
It was a stream that I did after I was on Prime Time. His panel where he votes, like where people get to vote people out.
Yeah, it's a Prime Royale.
Yeah, and it was a stream after that, and for some reason I was like, wow, I have like 20 viewers. I was like, but wait, yesterday I had like 16.
Mhm.
I was sitting there like thinking, I was like, wait, I've had like consistently like 15, 16 numbers. Like, shouldn't I be like affiliate now? And then I went to sleep and I woke up and like literally that afternoon I got the email and I screenshotted it and I sent it to like everybody that I knew in my phone that's on Twitch. And I was like, yes, like I don't know, it's the most gratifying feeling on earth to get that email.
What up, Blizza? Yeah, it was just I don't know. I don't want to dwell on it too much, but like I've become like pretty pissed off over the whole thing in the last like couple
it
weeks, and
sucks that they won't let you, that they won't even tell you. That's
yeah. Well, and so that's the other thing is that like if I create, like it specifically says if I do anything to avoid my ban, then the repercussions will be even worse. So like say
what
like
more are they gonna do?
say they're gonna bring me back in a year, right? But that I get caught like finding a way around it, then I'm then it'll be like a forever ban. So like but on top of that, so just like I don't know. At first, like I was upset about it, but I was like, like at most it'll be like
We
a
get
month or
dubs around here.
something, and it shouldn't be too bad. But then when it wasn't, and I got to like 2 months, I started just becoming like I guess really salty about the whole thing. And like you can like my freaking social media posts have just gotten worse and worse, and like just like I just kind of went nuclear and just kind of had this like screw everything, screw everybody attitude. And even like in like conversations where normally I'm going to be like a lot more charitable and a lot more like I don't know, accommodating, I was like a lot more aggressive with people. And I've even like, I've got huge fights with family members right now because of stuff that I've posted on social media. And um, I like, I have a bunch of friends who are just kind of avoiding me because I'm just like super toxic right now. Like, I agree with everything I'm saying. I just probably like shouldn't say it in the ways that I'm saying it.
The role of policy advocacy is when you're selling it to voters, you need to get them along with the idea of something. So you need them to believe in the idea that everybody should have healthcare, or the idea that universal healthcare can work. The idea of something matters a lot more than the actual like policy discussions. So like talking about like, oh, we'll put these in the same bill, that doesn't matter as much. Maybe you can use that as a way to get them sold on the idea of universal healthcare, maybe. But you need them to believe in that idea, the general, do I want this type of thing? Because voters aren't going to know policy nuance.
Like YouTube used to be really, really big for when it came to streaming. Like I remember seeing most people stream on YouTube.
I hate it.
And now the YouTube streaming community has essentially died. It's just, Call of Duty or like Dead by Dawn or
YouTube
something.
sucks.
Yeah,
No,
there's
but Twitch is easier to
not
make
a lot
money
of
on.
audience
That's why
engagement.
people like to go on Twitch. Twitch, you ever hear about like ever use Robinhood, the stock app?
Yeah, I used it during the Great
do.
GME heist.
The way they designed
Acorns.
that app is very gamified. They want you to
Yeah,
keep on like taking risks and everything. If you're down 1 penny on the day, you're gonna see a big red graph. Twitch sort of incentivizes people to spend money like very effectively, and YouTube doesn't do this with all the hype trains and the bits and the subscribers.
I was gonna say, even just
Or
to
I
get
mean,
you
the
to
main
spend,
thing is the raids, dude.
yeah, the
Like,
raids. Like if I could get,
oh
oh
my
my god,
goodness. YouTube, if they could get raids, like that would be like people on Twitch have thankfully been like really nice and like will put my link in their chat sometimes and say, okay, we're not raiding anybody today, guys. Like, here's the link. Everybody just go over to Tomfoolery. And like that's been cool, but it's not like turning into much. Like most everybody's like, well, I'm staying on Twitch, so I'm just gonna go over to another stream.
there needs to be
One of the things that Twitch has done a really good job of is creating an ecosystem that allows to build a form of like communal culture. And YouTube has never really done that. Doesn't
Yeah.
have the reacts, doesn't have all the interactions. It's very
they're
vanilla.
slowly integrating them.
Look at my chat right now. There's a tier 4 sub in my chat, which is on my memberships on YouTube. But that's $15 a month. Which thank you, Cockeyderster. I think DBZ is probably like a support tier or whatever. But like they're all green. They're
yeah.
all this ugly green color. They all have the same symbol. There's nothing special about being like a tier 4 versus a tier 1. But on Twitch, it's like they give a bunch of dopamine hits to people, so they're like,
can
ooh, I
you
like
get,
this
like,
feeling.
Yeah, well, and
it's
plus
very
on top of
aesthetically
that, you get
rewarding.
You get gift
the
subs too.
the
Like,
Gift
emotes and
subs, emotes,
yeah, the
yeah.
emotes are better on Twitch. Yeah.
all the channel rewards, channel points,
Mhm.
bits, everything.
Oh,
It's just like this
but-
whole ecosystem, and yeah, it kind of sucks
Well, and I
to
can't
be
even
stuck on
do
YouTube
like
without that.
I can't even do text to voice or anything like that until I hit partner. Like there are no options on here until I hit partner, which is really dumb.
Yeah, the closest thing
Well,
that you
and
have
like
really too
I
is like super chats that nobody really has access to unless if you're like Jolah, I think you have super chats,
He
right?
does. You have
Yeah.
to be partner.
Getting
Yeah.
monetized on YouTube
and
is
it,
friggin' hard. It is
It
hard.
is.
Yeah.
I've been on YouTube for freaking years. Like it does. It just my content's not made for YouTube. Yours is a lot more made for YouTube because you have like set segments and everything. And I just that was one of the great things about getting on Twitch is I had no clue what was going to happen a lot of times. Like I'd start off with just an idea of what I was going to do, but it changed like 20 times during the stream and random people were calling me out and be like, "Oh, it'd turn into some debate and then like I don't know, it was always crazy like because I was part of a community and I was like, interlocked with a lot of other people whereas on Twitch or on YouTube like it doesn't exist. That community doesn't
I
exist.
want the
I'm still
randomness.
you know what? I got
yes, like the randomness was freaking dope, dude. And still
I got an
I'm
idea for
still
you.
like very locked in to Twitch. Like I'm still like with all of the streamers, with like I'm a mod in the Twitch politics Discord and like one of the main mods.
Yeah, you're one of the main mods and I'm still just a lowly delegate, yet I'm in VC all the time.
Well, yeah. There's
Yeah, it's weird.
it's like I have connections and um
Hey,
things that just
I mean, you
were
could always
helpful.
go to D Live.
But it's just like yeah, and like I'm well respected on Twitch, whereas like on YouTube, like I don't know anybody. There's nobody here. Like
You,
I
you,
don't. These people don't exist.
YouTube is literally just a site full of random curated videos that people source through and interact with while they're working out. Like there's
Yeah.
zero actual community.
I was
And
thinking
that's
about going
what
on Twitch for that reason.
So this is my
Yeah.
idea. This is my idea for you, Tom. Instead, instead of having Twitch for your community, what you should probably do is bolster the community in your Discord, and then also have a bot in your YouTube chat that sends particular channels' contents to the chat from Discord, and then you can build community in Discord, have people interact in that Discord channel, and on your Discord they can use emojis there. They can do all sorts of interactions there. That
Oh,
might
I
be the
mean,
better way to build the community.
so in the Twitch politics Discord, like lots of people have literally deleted their entire main channel Discord and have put and only use the Twitch politics Discord now. That's it.
Yeah, I know
Whereas
Masks Off does
Really?
that. Yeah, Masks
yeah, so a
Off is
lot of
entirely
people have done that. But I'm not doing that. I keep my Discord. I I still use
Yeah.
my channel mainly and like one of the big things is like even if I wanted to do that, that would be a really bad idea because most people can't jump in when I'm live. Like because or if they're live because if I end up on their freaking stream, then they're going to get banned. So that's not true. So many people still play my content and like still invite me on their streams all the time on Twitch. And if they invite me on their streams, I always say no. But they still play my content all the time on there. So
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
well, I was just thinking fostering the sense of community that you used to have on Twitch in your Discord might be a better
well, that was
solution
the
than that.
problem is I didn't push my stuff when I was on Twitch because I mainly just wanted to get like more viewers and I wanted to wait to like push my YouTube or to push my Discord or anything like that. Like I wanted to wait a while before I really started pushing stuff on people. And then I got banned and I'm like, "Oh crap, like 90% of my community doesn't even know that I'm banned. They don't know like how to find me. They don't know that I'm on YouTube. Like they don't know any of this stuff. So like there's no, I don't know.
I was gonna say, like, there really needs to be an alternative to Twitch. I really liked when Mixer was around, if only because it was a semi-viable alternative to Twitch. I don't like how even I got suckered into like Twitch gamifies everything. Like if you really sit back, like you don't even have to. No, I'm gonna take that back. You don't even have to sit back and think about it because you get achievements for doing certain things. Like if you stream like a certain amount of hours, they will literally be like, "Congratulations, thank you!" Like achievement completed, clockwork, or
Yep.
like path to affiliate completed. Like it's like a video game, so you get that like rush whenever you have all this stuff done. Like I'm just like looking back through my notifications and it's like, achievement completed. What is thy bidding? Achievement completed. New day, new stream. Achievement completed. Building a community. Achievement completed. Like clockwork. Um, path to affiliate completed. Like all of these things. And there needs to be an like alternative that's not full of like freaking gripers. Cause I don't actually know if there's like the biggest thing that I could say that is close to Twitch is D Live, and that's just not a place that I want to go. Because obviously YouTube is not an alternative. YouTube is probably the least alternative to it because they just now added community interactions in the form of the ability to join, but it's so hard to even get there that it's almost pointless. It's like I don't know.
I'm sorry, Blizza. I'm sorry. I said last time you were in the chat, I did send your stuff to the other guys, and they said that they're like taking a break for a little bit, but they are gonna get back to me soon. So, I'm sorry I didn't respond to your email, but I did last time you were in the chat. I said something about how I was gonna get you on this other show. So
Do people use Trevo is mobile.
hey, Jolah,
Yo,
I'm also playing Rocket League right now.
Oh,
ooh,
you guys gonna
you play comp?
Huh?
You play comp?
What is? Oh, on the computer?
No, competitive.
Oh, I don't care. Like, not really. I normally play casual, but I can play
I could try to
whatever.
carry you for a game, maybe. Let's see. We could try it. I want to see how you do against these diamond threes. That's not too high. Don't worry. Maybe you'll carry me. But the Twitch versus YouTube thing is big too, like because Twitch, the audience there is a streaming audience, which is a lot different from a video watching audience. So like if I had 5,000 followers on Twitch, I'd be averaging more viewers or whatever, but I have a lot of people on YouTube that just want to watch videos. They don't really want to tune in for streams and all that stuff. So I only see some members I see more in YouTube comments. They don't even show up for streams. They're only in YouTube chat like once every like 2 weeks or whatever. So it's a big difference, a big cultural difference and all that stuff. And not being a part of the Twitch community hurts my channel's growth or whatever. Like I know Tom and Hans basically, but like I can't get on these panels and stuff because I don't get any favors from anybody, and stuff like that.
And
They,
I pushed you on Hans as well. There was one time when you were on stream actually, and you said something like, "Man, I really need to like reach out to more streamers and network more." And you're like, "Does anybody have any suggestions?" And I was like, "You need to hook up with Hans of Harkir." You're like, "Actually, that guy sent me a message recently, so I guess if he sends me another message, I'll hook up with him." And so I like immediately message him like, "Yo, this guy
Hey,
named
this
Jolah, go hit him up now."
this is weird. I'm looking at the D Live page, like the D Live main page, right? And they must have done something because it's not just all Nazis.
All
Like
the
it's
Nazis are gone.
Yeah, it's literally people like there's videos on crypto, there's a trans girl doing guitar covers, there's a lot of people playing Resident Evil.
Well, right now the Nazi website is, I believe it's BitChute.
Oh yeah, that is true. But I mean, honestly, DLive seems to be at least the main page is active, is at least curated now, it looks like. Like that's
Live is good for donations. You get like 90%. Wow, that's a lot.
yeah.
That's
Wow.
insane.
I was just
You know what?
bored.
I think that I might sign up and embrace my inner. Oh wait, I could sign up for DLive with Twitch.
I actually have a DLive channel. I've just never used it.
Yeah, I was always afraid to because I never wanted to go on there like and be like, "Oh, hi, I'm a trans woman. Now all of you guys are gonna raid me from the kill stream or whatever." But I know the kill stream's on like it's on BitChute now, so
Yeah, I know Band Video and BitChute are the two big ones.
I think like I have a library account. I think library could be a good alternative if they at least had a good for like yeah, no, like wow. Tom, you could probably make a pretty sizable audience on DLive. They
I
need
don't know if I'm interested in doing another platform. Like I'm already even when I was on Twitch, I was streaming to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all at the same time. Like and I consistently just switch platforms when one doesn't work out. And like Twitch that was it. Like I literally like when I added or when I started onto Twitch, I was like, this is the last shot. Like I'm not I had quit like a month earlier. Like I had literally quit streaming. I was like, I'm done, guys. Like I don't know if I'm ever coming back. And I got enough messages to where I was like, all right, fine. Like I'll go back. But like that entire community is completely gone. And now that I'm only on YouTube, the people who were all on YouTube got chased away um by
Tomorrow we will watch the Crystal and Kyle and Vosh. Listen to, not watch. You got home from work, get to relax for the night, sleep in tomorrow. I ran a 5K this morning. It was freezing out. I got first in my age category, which is fun.
help. Like the more people I have in the chat, the more people I will get in the chat. So like, or the more my video or my streams will get recommended. Crap.
It was actually freezing out this morning. People who are in the Northeast, it got really cold out and it was raining too. It was like 40 degrees and raining. Insane. At the end of May.
When I first started, it was just blowing up all the time, and it was people going back and forth. And like, I always liked that I had a very diverse audience. And I still do. Like I've got some white
Yeah, you do.
nationalists I've got Republicans, I've got Democrats, I've got communists, I've got
Half your
I've
regular
still got
viewers are left-leaning girls.
I covered one segment that was 13 minutes long, but I was just gonna listen to the entire 2-hour podcast and play Rocket League tomorrow.
audience that I appeal to, but I'm
I mean
but
I know
but yeah, like the right wingers all got chased off like very quickly. And
I was gonna say like I know that you're done with platforms, but even
That's
if
too
you
bad. That really sucks.
even I mean Sony, that's his audience. Don't make fun
Well,
of the
no,
poor right
I'm just
wingers.
no,
They deserve love
I'm
too.
just saying it really sucks. Was it really like leftist toxicity was the main thing?
Look at Pat in Twitch chat. I don't look at Twitch chat. I've never looked at Twitch chat. I did not see your messages. Maybe I'll try out streaming on Twitch if I get some momentum going. Maybe get affiliate on Twitch and see where I go from there. Try it out. Ideally, I would wanna, I would wanna stream on Twitch and upload videos to YouTube and do only videos on YouTube. That'd be great. Because I don't have like a website or anything. All the YouTube political streamers have websites and stuff, website chats. But I don't even know if I have enough time to do this in the fall, so I don't want to get everybody excited about something and then not do it.
Even compared to Ali, right, or Neo.
Yeah,
Uh,
I was
but
gonna say.
but
Um,
yeah, somehow I end up with a lot of people who are either center or right of center who are around me somehow. Not sure exactly how that works. So I don't know. I don't think I don't see myself as being a toxic leftist, but I don't
Real
know.
quick, Zonia, you said you don't know who Hassan is?
oh, I know
No,
Hassan.
I know who Hassan is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Hassanabi.
Oh yeah, Hassan
Yeah,
Abi. Yeah.
Hassan Abi, or Hassan Piker,
Yeah, Hassan Piker. Yeah.
What's
or
his name?
Woke Bay, as he was called back in 2016.
Isn't he Hank something whenever he goes to Trump events or something?
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't
he
know. I haven't
uses an
seen that.
alias.
He goes by
Um,
like he goes by like Hank something.
yeah, he did that during the
Oh,
Stop the Steal
Toxic leftist. What? What?
Hank
he's
Parker, and he
yeah.
goes with a southern
Goku
accent too.
Piker.
It's really
Yeah.
funny.
I've seen him and another guy do a bunch of accents. Like I
What's up, drowned to death?
think he's pretty dumb.
Yeah.
But
Generally he's
his
not good.
YouTube videos are actually really good. Like they're entertaining, but like 90% of them is him watching other girl Twitch streamers talk about how hot he is. Like that's like almost all of them.
That's what I would do.
Is yeah,
Yeah.
well,
I
but that's what
I
he
don't watch
puts
his
out
content,
as
so
his
I don't know.
content on YouTube is clips of him watching other girls talk about him. Like that is his content. But he's got like other content that's really funny, it's really good, like it's entertaining. Just like I don't know. I right now what I'm trying to focus on is my edited content. Like I'm really happy with my edited content that's coming out right now. It doesn't seem to be doing very well, but I love it. Like when I put it out, I think, dude, like this is something that I would watch. This is something that I would be looking for if I was on
I
if I
always
was
try to
just
give it a like.
randomly.
I always try to drop the like button on it.
I
You're
appreciate it.
yeah, you're pretty I watched your debate with Jangles and Rob Noor critical race theory video.
Mhm.
That
That
was
was a stream.
oh,
I'm trying to and I might edit that into a video because I thought I had a lot of really good takes in that.
you had another one. You had
No.
another one that I was watching recently, according to my history, and it was RGR and CTV.
Yes, I was about to say. So my most popular edited video most recently is CTV transphobic. Like that that's the name of the video. Um I figured out that like if I get what's up girly bear? Um I realized that if I get
Hey,
like
girly bear.
the best parts of the video in the first 30 seconds, then this will like give people incentive to continue watching. Most people, even if their videos are like an hour long, they average, I think, somewhere between 3 and 5 minutes per edited video. And um ever since I started doing that, I average about 27 minutes um, per edited video. So it's actually like I've I figured it out. I figured out how to do it. I love the music, like the intense music that plays as I drop into my intro. Um, and I it's very similar to like the way
The thing that sucks about Twitch is you can't like pause a VOD and watch it back. So like if somebody comes into the stream late, you can't like let's say like I'm done critiquing a Vosh video or whatever. You can't like turn the time back and like go watch it on
intense
Twitch.
moments or like whatever and putting that into the intro and then and then I start from the beginning from there. What were you saying, Jola?
Yeah, what I've tried that before. Have you tried doing like have you ever seen Destiny's Editor when they do like coming up at the beginning of the
I
videos?
I do
Yeah,
that for
that's
all
what
of
I
my
do.
recaps. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like I put like the hottest take
Mm-hmm.
in the very beginning, and then and like it I again like I will I get a lot of comments or like messages from people saying like, "Yo, I literally watch your intros over and over. Like they're freaking dope." But like they're not I guess they're not watching the whole video. But like I'm really proud of the intros as well. Like I think the intros are by
Get
far
on
like the best part.
TikTok.
I
You
do
gotta
I
get on.
put the intros on Instagram
No,
actually.
TikTok. TikTok is so easy to grow on. I'm telling you, that algorithm is insane.
Yeah,
I,
the algorithm. I
I
still have
did
yet to
look
figure out the algorithm on TikTok, but for some reason, like all it takes is one thing, and you're immediately like viral.
Yeah, I know like a
I had
musician
a
friend that's
couple
doing
of
this.
videos that did really well on TikTok, but they were like hardcore ratioed. Um, where I'd have like 100 likes and then like 500, 600 comments. Um,
That's why
but
this tastes like freaking burning paper. It's because my vape's out of juice. I'm just sitting here sucking on burning wick. I didn't even notice that.
yes, Girly Bear teasers. So yeah, I put like the teasers at the beginning of at
As
the very beginning. I put a bunch of like faces
I'm
that will be very easily recognizable to people who are on Twitch. So I attract like the types of people who would watch this type of content. So yeah,
I'm right now I'm in the process of editing my discussion panel from yesterday, and my coming up teaser is Doobie talking to, just because I don't want to like give anything away if you were planning on watching it or anything, but it's
I am
Doobie
gonna watch.
talking to, yeah, it's Doobie talking to an anarcho-communist, and
Okay.
there's some pretty spicy exchanges. So I put that as my coming up.
Well, I actually have to get to it and start that video here soon. So I'm
Yeah,
about to kick everybody out.
I was gonna
All
say.
right. I was just kind of having fun hanging out here talking with you. It's kind of cool to catch
Yeah.
up with you because we hadn't voice chatted in a while.
Yeah, I haven't. I've been. My schedule's been all messed up. Plus, I've been streaming so much. It's been
Yeah, you
impossible.
guys jump on a lot, or at least Zonia, you jump on a lot like right when I'm ending the stream.
True.
I'll
Usually
I'll
it's
at
right
least
after
try
I
to.
ended my own stream.
I'll at least try to drop by the chat and be like, hey, just to let you know, I gave the video a like, so the algorithm knows. Like, hey, start promoting this a little bit more.
I definitely appreciate it, guys. It's I, and there's a lot of people who keep reaching out to me and saying like, "Hey, any word yet?" or "Hey, when you coming back?" or "Hey."
No, I don't watch movies. I don't enjoy movies. I can do like I'd be able to do like a gaming, maybe like a gaming discussion channel, a technology discussion channel possibly. I could do like a running discussion channel, athletics, biking, talking about biking. But I don't really watch that kind of stuff. What's Hans doing?
I'm waiting for that lab-grown meat to be economically viable. Like, please, I will buy every.
I feel like plant-based is getting to a point where it's pretty close. And I think it would be cool if you did like a meat-free Monday. You should eat tofu on Mondays, and it's tofu is pretty poggers, okay?
Meat-free
I
Monday.
definitely do days where I don't
I'll
eat
do
meat,
that.
like some days I'll just have like eggs.
I'm really bad
and
at it, but
bars, and then like for dinner,
I could never be a
peanut
vegan.
butter and like sandwiches. Like so, I definitely like do meat-free days like kind of by accident. But I'll definitely like maybe try. And,
Look at the skill I got right here, guys. Look at this.
Meat-free stuff. It's just like the area I'm in, like
I want to go
Matt
mountain
Gates'
biking.
world, like, Saddle
Oh,
and stuff. There's not a lot of like vegetarian options, just because like the culture like does not give a fuck about that down here. if that makes sense.
Like,
I miss Pittsburgh. That's where I went to college, right? And there was vegan shit everywhere and vegetarian stuff everywhere in that city. And now I'm down here and I'm like, fuck, there's nothing like that. So even if I wanted to try it, it would still be hard. Jolah, yeah, Chick-fil-A is delicious, but you still probably shouldn't eat it all the time. God damn it, man.
I eat Chick-fil-A all the time, Hans. Calm down.
Look, one of these days we'll do I'll do another cooking stream, and we can do one together. And we'll
How's
pick a
everybody
meal,
doing?
And it'll be really cute. And we can do you can get
What do
a,
I
you can
do?
do a third
I'm a really
stream, and you
boring
can get more
person, by
viewers
the
than
way.
me by doing cooking with just an apron on and a shirt off. That'd be
I
really cool.
I do love that.
I don't
love my
drink.
apron.
I don't
it's
party.
Totoro from Studio Ghibli, and it's so cute. I literally stole it from my best friend. I went over to her house and I was like, "This is an amazing apron." She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I'm taking this home with me." And it was like a going away present when we both graduated college. She left me the apron, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And now it's proudly hanging in my kitchen because I love Totoro. He's so cute. I'll actually 1 second, chat. Do you want to see the apron? I can go get it. 1 second, I'll be right back. They need to see this. It's important.
What's Hans up to?
G'day,
What are they talking about?
Hans's chat. I am not reading you, but I hope you like me.
I don't like the culture around drinking. I was big into Legend of Zelda games. What's the bike game? It's called Descenders. It's on the Xbox Game Pass. All the games to play are on the Xbox Game Pass. You do so there's wipeout courses for bikes and all that stuff. Pretty amazing gameplay, being honest. There's courses like this that are actually real though. Like this one right here. The other Wipeout one obviously isn't real. But you can find bike trails like this, like mountain biking where you do trick jumps and everything all throughout Pennsylvania. So this right here, do a little jump. This is a real thing that actually is done. IRL. And I'm actually, once I get out of school, I'm gonna get into this. But I don't want to risk injuring myself while I'm still running track and everything. But I know a course in Pennsylvania that looks exactly like this. Fun game though. You could try a couple obstacles, all that stuff. Growing up, I used to love this one ATV game. Me and my friend played this ATV2 game so much. We'd play a freestyle mode for hours and hours. And that's all we would do. ATV2 freestyle mode. Dang. We would just do tricks for hours. Nothing else. I don't... The thing... Oh, good night, Tom. The thing about the drinking thing. Oh wait, this music might be copyrighted. I can't play the audio. But there's different ways to do it. I just grew up around a lot of people who are literal alcoholics and also people who just want to get blackout drunk. And they go out every night. They're like, you know what? I'm getting blacked out tonight. They're not like, hey, I wanna have a couple drinks to have fun. They're not doing that. They're not casually drinking. They're doing it excessively on purpose. They're like, oh, I want to get messed up tonight. Which great if you like that, but I really hate that culture. And a lot of the people that do this don't they're really anti-marijuana for some reason. I don't know why. You're willing to go blackout drunk, but you're not willing to smoke weed. Weird to me. You go when you black out from alcohol, you black out for a reason because you're consuming poison. Erica and Sarah, they retired. I don't know. They left. They just left. They didn't, never coming back, I guess. They pop in every once in a while to say hi, but that's it. That's why I'm saying Twitch creates such a better community. It's like a community, you know. And Vosh and Demon Mama and Xander Hall, all the people all the people that are political streamers on YouTube as their primary platform have websites for their communities. And I don't even know how those work. I don't have enough people watching to justify making a website. But then you lose that community aspect with that jump. Twitch like gamifies everything. They do it to make money. But in general, if you're on Twitch, it's more colorful, it's more like, you know, the emotes and all that stuff. Like on YouTube, the members, they all have to be green. You can't even change the member colors. Yeah, white nervo. Yeah. Vosh needs to platform me. JGG. Hey, if I ever, I'm just not, I don't, I'm probably just not entertaining enough to get a big following on these sites. For me to get bigger, I'm gonna need to do like videos. Hardcore videos. I'm gonna have to like script out stuff. Because I'm not good enough at like off the rip content like Vosh is, for example. Like Vosh can make up a bunch of words to say about a topic. Because he's really good at like lying and being really like whatever. He can talk about literally nothing in a really profound way. Because that's what he does. He can talk like he adds so much unnecessary rhetoric to topics, which is effective and people like watching it, but it's like unnecessary. If I'm talking about something in a video, often my videos are going to be very short compared to his. Like he can ramble for like a half hour and just repeat the same point in very complex ways, or you know, ways that sound complex, but I'm not good at that. So I would need to script the videos. I would need to wake up every morning and treat this like an actual job. Like, and I treat it very seriously now, but I mean, literally get up, research, take notes, find out what news is happening, prepare segments based off the news, and I'd have to be putting out like 2 to 3 videos every single day. And even if I started doing that right now, I physically cannot keep that up going into when school starts again. When school starts in the fall, I just can't do it. It's impossible. The emotes, yeah. The debate culture. Well, like you can raid each other. Like Hans is on Twitch right now. I'd be able to raid, or he'd be able to raid me, and I could raid him. You could share followings. If you take the biggest political streamers, if you take like Destiny, let's name a couple. Dylan Burns, Destiny, Vosh, even like Denims, Mike from PA, Demon Mama, especially Xander Hall. He doesn't really have his own audience. He has like a mini Vosh audience. But a lot of these viewers, and even people that watch me, like you all watch other streamers. So you're kind of like sharing viewers. When Vosh platforms somebody, he's sharing his viewers. There isn't much growth in this YouTube debate, or not, you know, the streaming political scene. There's not much overall growth. There's a lot of cross-pollination of audiences. I can't get on Vosh. He doesn't want to talk to me. He doesn't care about the rural policies or whatever. I have to contact the right people. I have to. Well, okay. He does care about that, but I need to know the right people. That's the issue. It's just like real life. You need the business connections in real life. You need connections for internships. You need connections for getting on panels on YouTube. You got to have connections so you know how to reach Vosh. Maybe you get him to follow you on Twitter, so you could go in his DMs and all that stuff. Destiny streams 12 hours a day, and he'll talk to anybody, which is great. Which is why I've been able to talk to him a couple times. But even when I'm presented on Destiny's streams, like I'm very grateful that his editor puts me in certain segments, or put me in those 2 segments, the one debate and also when I came on to talk about rural politics. But even then, like I've seen like special treatment being given to really small people on Twitch, because you're in that Twitch community. I'm not in a Twitch community. There's no YouTube. There is no YouTube streaming community. There is a Twitch one. Even Vosh, like Kyle Kalinske, if you watched or if you listened to the podcast, Kyle Kalinske referred to Vosh as a Twitch streamer, although Vosh is a YouTube streamer. But nobody that's not even a thing. You're just a streamer who happens to be on YouTube. You're a Twitch streamer that uses YouTube. Platforming organizers and political experts. Well, that's not how you grow, though. You grow by doing inflammatory content. Why do you think I'm reacting to freaking Vosh and Kyle Kalinske videos all the time? I don't want to. But, I can have a 5-hour conversation about rural policy issues, and I can go into a bunch of stories and, talk about this stuff. But it doesn't matter if nobody's watching. I'll still do it every once in a while, but, nobody's going to watch that. So it's better for me to watch Vosh or Kyle Kalinske and give my take from a rural perspective. What in Vosh's rhetoric is really condescending and pretentious to rural people? Why would Vosh not come off well to anybody around these areas or even in moderate districts? Why would he not come off well? Because of the way he talks. Because he talks down to people a lot of times, without even trying to, but he does. Or if I'm watching Kyle Kalinske, oh, you don't know what the voters are actually thinking. You assume every voter, every poor white working class person is going to be voting progressive based on class issues, but that isn't the case either. I can give my perspective on these things. But Destiny and Vosh. No, Destiny grew this entire thing. That's why everybody's a Destiny clone. He was the first, and he's really good at it, at what he does. But Vosh had a huge start from Destiny. That's 100% true. And all that stuff. Appearing on Destiny's stream and agreeing with him got me 500 or no, 300 subscribers after I went on his stream to talk about rural politics. I think I got 200 or 300 subscribers. But going on to debate him when I wasn't just kissing his community's ass, I barely got any subscribers. Because a lot of this is, teams. Oh, you're a Destiny fan? Oh, you're DGG? If I go on Vosh and we're really have a really good conversation, I'd probably get I know when Denims went on there, she got 4,000 subscribers. Demon Mama got a couple thousand. I probably get 2,000 subscribers just from talking to Vosh. Getting on panels would be huge, all that stuff, but it's whatever. Like I said before, there's a big reason why actual political organizers and people working in politics are not streamers. And there's also a reason why streamers aren't working in politics. But the exception to that rule would be Dylan Burns, like I say. And these people are going to be more pragmatic. If you do actually work in politics, you're going to be more of a pragmatic person. You're not going to be a super, you're not going to be a Vosh. You're not going to work in real politics and be a Vosh on streams. It's just not how it is. Because you create this narrative about you. There's a story about Vosh. There's a community around Vosh. It takes time to build that and cultivate that. If he was working a 8-hour organizing job, he probably doesn't have the time to master his craft like he does. Yeah, focus on what you're passionate about, but sick tricks. But the video, that's the thing that sucks. The videos I'm passionate about get literally no views. Whenever I do a video I really like, nobody watches them because they're boring topics. It's rural politics. Maybe I'll make a big video. I'll make a big video about my traumatic experiences. Maybe I'll do that and make it really dramatic and have it go viral because that stuff goes viral because people like drama. Maybe I'll make a video like that someday. But then again, I don't really want all of that out there. I don't want everything about me or about my views online to that extent. maybe if I was doing this as a career, I'd go deep into like my personal experiences and all that stuff and why I advocate for the policies I do. But I'm not gonna be vulnerable on freaking streaming platforms, you know, and have recordings of me talking about it, unless if I'm doing it my own way and also doing it for a good reason. I'd rather just talk to actual people at that point. But like like I was talking to somebody, for example, by actual people, I mean people that are working in government. Like I was talking to somebody who's working on like the opioid crisis in PA, or in America in general, and alcoholism in PA. My energy is given to that stuff. So by the time I get here, you know, my energy is given to school, given to internships, given to all my thoughts throughout the day, given to running, which is freaking exhausting mentally and physically. It's given to all that stuff. So when I get on stream, I'm not doing, I don't do the best job I can be, or you know, the best job I can be doing on stream when I'm streaming on YouTube or whatever. Usually when I'm streaming, I'm exhausted. That was the case for the past couple months. If you noticed, whenever I have time to do YouTube, my channel grows. Like right when I got off school, basically, like 3 weeks ago, I shot up like 200, 300 subscribers. Before I went to school for the semester, to college, to university, I was growing really fast. When I moved in, I didn't have time to do content, to edit and to record and stream and all that stuff. I didn't have time for it. So my channel stopped growing for 3 months or 2 months, whatever. Just how it is. And I don't have money to pay. I can't afford to pay an editor. I might get a job though. Look at this speed right here. Vroom. Do you think an actual bike can go 75 kilometers per hour on a dirt road? When you're done with school and I start working a full-time job, probably not. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the future is. You're right. If you take a lot of meth, a bike can do whatever you want it to do. You're right. All right, I'm gonna go eat some Fruity Pebbles. Everybody have a great night. Thank you for hanging out. Oh, good night. Pat Irwin. Will public option get passed? I didn't see your question. I'm sorry. And another difficult thing, too, just one thing on top of it, is I want to know what I'm talking about before I talk about it. I'm not making Kyle Kalinske content where you just give an emotional reaction. Maybe I should make a couple of those videos, but I'm not just giving an emotional reaction to something I read in the news headline or whatever. I want to understand something before I talk about it, and that takes a lot of time and effort. Maybe do you guys think I should engage in some of the debate tactics? Should I go a month and just go hardcore growing my channel mode? Get on any panel I can, go on open panels, you know. Maybe I'll just sell my soul for a month just for growth. Thank you so much for $5, Cockeye Rooster. You're too kind. Good night. Everybody, good night. I hope you all have a good, relaxing night. Hope you're able to sleep well. I will not be able to sleep well. That's guaranteed already. But I hope everybody else can. Good night. I can't get on Hippy Dippy. I don't have the connections. That's not an open panel. I tried getting on a panel a couple days ago and they rejected me. It's the same people every frickin' week because they're friends. They're all friends. I'm not in the in group. Good night. Thanks for hanging out. Alright. Nighthawk. Thank you. You're oh wow. You guys are too nice. You guys are the actual reason I am still doing this channel. Or able to do this channel. Thank you. Alright. Good night, everybody.